I'm Miss Erin from the Smithtown Library, and today we'll be making do-it-yourself notebooks. Let's get started. To make your own notebook, you'll need a couple of materials that you can probably find around your house. The first thing we'll use today is a glue stick, and then I have a permanent marker, but you can use any sort of marker or coloring material such as a colored pencil or a crayon, a rubber band, and then I have 3 rectangles cut out here. The first one is a plain piece of computer paper, and in this example it's cut to 4 by 6 inches. The next is a piece of cardboard. This is cut from a piece of cereal box. I wouldn't recommend using corrugated or shipping box cardboard only because it'll be hard to write on. And this one is cut to 4.5 by 6.5 inches. Our last rectangle is a piece of construction paper, and this is cut to 5.5 by 7.5 inches. You could also use scrapbook paper or even just computer paper and design it yourself. And finally, as an optional material, I have washi tape that we're going to use to decorate the outside. You could also use stickers, but you could also just draw and use anything you want. The first step is to prepare the cover of your notebook. For this, you'll need the colored piece of paper and then also the piece of cardboard. We're going to take the glue stick and we're going to glue most of the colored paper. You want to make sure that it sticks really well, so be a little bit liberal with the glue. You're going to stick that in the middle so that there's enough of the colored paper around the edges to fold over. Next, you're going to take the glue stick again and you're going to glue around the outside edge of the cardboard. And then you're going to fold the red piece of paper over it so that it sticks, or your colored piece of paper. Now, if you have a pair of scissors, you can cut some of this extra off on the side, but it should fold over and you should be able to be fine. If you find that you can't get your red piece of paper or your decorative cover paper to stick, you could also use tape. It doesn't have to be glue. Now, just to make sure that the cover folds for our notebook, we're going to test it at this step before we go any further. And you're just going to fold your cover in half like this. And you might see some wrinkles, so now is the perfect time while the glue might still be a little bit wet to get those wrinkles out. And that's the beginning of the cover of your notebook. For the next step, you're going to take the white piece of paper and you're going to do basically the same thing. You're going to put glue all around the outside of the cardboard. And you do want to be a little liberal about it because you want it to stick really well. And then you want to just put that in the middle there. Again, while the glue's still a little bit wet, just fold it in half and get any wrinkles out that you might find once it folds. And just make sure, just press it down really hard and make sure it sticks. Okay, so now this is the basic cover to your notebook. Okay, let me try that again. So now this is the basic design to your notebook. For our last steps, what we're going to do is we're going to take a rubber band and that's going to go in the middle of your notebook where the fold is, just like that. Now, if you wanted the optional step with the washi tape, if you wanted to cover the rubber band, you just fold that over the rubber band. and that way you don't see it on the outside. As always, just do a test fold and make sure everything sits the way you want it. So now that's the completed cover to your notebook. For the pages, I cut a couple of more pieces of 4x6 computer paper, and those you're just going to fold in half too, and you're going to stick that underneath the rubber band, and then you'll have a notebook that you can write in. So you can use your Sharpie marker to write your name on front. And there you go, you've created your very own notebook. Thank you for joining me today. We can't wait to see you in our buildings again soon, but until then, stay well and continue to visit the library's website at www.smithlib.org for more programs and resources. Have a great day!